Is that some new truss over there? Are there any repeat mazes on the HHN 2027 slate so far? So this got added overnight. We finally learned about Halloween Horror Nights' bloodiest house this year. It's not looking good for HHN content this year. Okay guys, we're back at Universal Studios Florida. It's time for another Halloween Horror Nights 2026 update. The next original house just got announced, so we're gonna do the whole rundown about that. What did the creatives have to say about it? We got new truss. We got new updates inside the park. So on that note, it's time to talk about the Halloween Horror Nights shirt of the day. We're gonna go back to HHN 2017. We had Ash vs. Evil Dead that year as a house based on the TV show. So on that note, let's roll the commercial.
For the guests coming to Halloween Horror Nights at the Universal, we like to create a full experience. We are their nightmares.
Halloween Horror Nights is the biggest rock and roll, horror in your face spectacle.
We want our guests to feel as if they've left the real world behind and now they're living a horror movie. So it's pretty intense.
We build 360-degree environments. Every nook and cranny is designed to scare the living daylights out of our guests.
Doing masks and makeup, we are the visual. We get to bring the horrors to life.
This is where all the bad stuff happens.
Our sound, the lighting, special effects, scenic and decor, our characters, all come together to form an amazingly horrific marriage that makes up what Halloween Horror Nights wants to be. And that's completely terrifying.
Okay, welcome back. Let's head in. Okay, so let's go over the next original house that just got announced. So the house was officially just announced, Madlands. Caged cannibals. In this haunted house, a defunct zoo is now the deadly domain of warring cannibal factions that take their animal instincts to extreme. They're territorial, they're hungry, and your lunch. It does look like there's a bear claw, so there's probably a bear tribe and then a zebra tribe. And then also in the graffiti, we're gonna see what looks to be some sort of snake, I believe, off to the left. If you look right above the A, it looks like a lion, and then we come all the way above the S. This almost looks like some sort of zombified monkey. That's all the animals that I'm kind of picking up on the graffiti that we'll probably see represented as tribes. So Ramon tweeted out this: I cannot overstate how excited I am for everyone to experience this house. It's intense, in your face, and old school HHN presented in an elevated way that pushes boundaries. Cam crushed it with the design of this one, and you're all going to love it. HHN 35. So then Cam tweeted out this: this house has truly been a passion project. This is an idea I've wanted to do for many years, and finally getting to conceptualize and design it has been nothing short of unreal. And I couldn't be more proud and excited of the experience we've created. Get ready. Shout out to Matt Flood for being an amazing show direction collaborator in helping bringing this to life. Our incredible decor team, our character designers who created truly killer characters for these factions, our lighting and tech team and audio designers, and one more. Huge shout out to Tony, our audio designer, who created an absolute ripper soundtrack. This house is loud, aggressive, and raw. In the meantime, let's pop in the Brown Derby, see what's discounted. Did get some new little kid hoodies. We got the Captain Cacao fuzzy hoodie with his head on the hood. We have the Thing 4 shirt that just appeared. This was here yesterday, but this is new. Good vibes, good times, Universal. Then they got the crossbody bag for the Curse of the Werewolf attraction. So this is where they used to record the podcast. I don't even think a podcast team exists at this current point. I was hoping they were gonna do like announce the original house and then like drop an original podcast, get people kind of invested in the lore and the backstory and all that stuff. But I don't think there's an actual team to film anything. I don't think any podcasts are coming. If a podcast does come, it's gonna be probably a voiceover kind of story podcast. I don't know what the current state of the podcast is, but it's not looking good for HHN content this year. Nothing new with the truss over here. The lights and the cords are all the same on the T-truss. No movement in this scare zone. And then again, nothing happening with the merchant side 5 and dime. They have all the acrylic pieces in stock, all the carousel pieces in stock. Now last year, a bunch of the preview merch like sold out. They were really kind of making like limited quantities of it because they wanted to build kind of a scarcity to get people to come in and buy the stuff. I don't know if just people don't want to buy it or if they overproduced it, but the stuff is fully in stock. Every shirt is in there, every acrylic piece is in there. Now there's still 2 more displays we need to go over inside the horror makeup show. So let's go over to the next one. All right, now let's come over to Tom Cruise's The Mummy. Movie was kind of a flop. This is the last thing that got updated. So it's been a while. That's why they really need a new renovation of stuff. But let's just do a quick overview. This is where they find themselves plummeting to the ground. An exciting scene inside the mummy. This is gonna be them exploring the tomb. Here we have some of the props like a machete, gloves, Tom Cruise's outfit. We have a script for the mummy. They shot it in 2016. This thing is massive. I wonder where they're gonna put this. And then over here, they've kind of the concept bust of how they wanted the mummy to look. They have all these different stunt weapons. Again, there's not too much depth. So that's kind of a rundown of the mummy exhibit. All right, so over here, this truss, there's a cord plugged in and it runs all the way down. But with the other one, the cord only goes to right there. There is no cord that goes all the way down to be plugged in. So they're gonna need another cord to be plugged into that. Yeah, it looks like this entire scare zone didn't get any love last night. Nothing new, nothing's popped up. We're heading over to the Sprung Tents right now. Out in Hollywood, there's a bunch of new facade updates. Let's go over what Five Fires had to post about that. So Five Fires tweeted out this HHN Hollywood construction update. This is gonna be behind the mummy. They've been working on this facade for a while. No textures or theming added to the wood yet, but I'm sure we'll see stuff pop up pretty soon. Looks like they've kind of painted the windows and that's about it so far. HHN Hollywood construction update for the Parisian Courtyard. Again, they're still kind of working on the facade. It does look like we've had a little bit of theming added below the roof line. HHN Hollywood construction update for the Jurassic World queue. This is looking great. So they've added the textures to the facade. I'm sure we're gonna get more theming and distressing to it, but it's looking pretty solid right now. Also, HHN Hollywood construction update for the Curious George lot. Are we getting a scare actor outside this facade? No textures have been added. We do have some truss up in front of the facade. Tear Tram construction update, gearing up for big changes soon. So we can see a bunch of the wood has arrived. They're building out the outlines for the little mini haunted houses within the Tear Tram. And then again, they're kind of building out the outline for the Tear Tram. Let's see if anything's happening back here. How's the fence doing? All right, looks like they were cutting wood and nothing new with the fence. Nothing happened yet with the trusses back here. Go over a little Murdy update real quick.
There's John Murdy right there.
John!
Okay, so John just tweeted out this. Experience all that Universal Horror has to offer at Midsummer Scream, happening from August 7th through 9th. I'll be hosting our annual closing night HHN panel on August 9th, and we'll definitely be stopping by the booth for some fan appreciation. Details to come. Every year, John kind of does like a signing, so I'm guessing he'll be returning this year for another autograph signing. Does this panel cover Universal Horror Unleashed as well? John said, no. It's just HHN at Hollywood. It's a great event. I'll be there all day Saturday. Looking forward to it. John says, I'm only going to be there on Sunday, but the uni booth will be there throughout the weekend. What does training / practice does it require for someone to become a scare actor or even makeup for HHN? John says scare actors are open call auditions. Anybody can audition. Don't need specific training. We do that. Makeup artists are hired directly by our makeup vendor. So many HHN possibilities. Strange tales from Japan. John says, I was checking out some of that when I was in Japan earlier this year. He's literally the nicest person I've ever met. So humble and grounded. You're amazing, John Murdy. And thank you. That's very kind. Thanks, I guess. I look at the fans this way. I couldn't have a career without them. So I always give them time. Answer questions if I can. They've taught me what this event means to them. And that definitely has had an impact on how I view it. Has the Call of Duty Zombies storyline ever crossed your mind for an HHN house? John says, sure. Are there any repeat mazes on the HHN 2027 slate so far? John says, who wants to know? I feel like every year we have a repeat house, so I'm guessing we'll probably have a repeat house for HHN 2027 out in Hollywood. They have spent a ton of money on all the new truss and lighting and speakers back there. time to head into the Wizarding World, see if there's any updates with the Death Eater crates that popped up a couple days ago. All right, that looks about the same right there, but the stage has appeared over here. They have a little spot for the performer to walk up on. Then they have a grate right here, which they'll probably have green light and a fog effect come out through it. They also have some more crates and barrels that have popped up over here, kind of blending everything in. So this got added overnight. This was not here yesterday. If you look closely, behind the box, you'll see the wires going along the wall. I'm guessing the scrim will be taken down by the time HHN happens, because remember, they got to project all those lights onto the building. All the neon is on over here. You can see the neon sign blinking. But yeah, hopefully these construction walls are also down by Halloween Horror Nights. The heat is so real today. I'm glistening like a butterball freaking turkey today. It is a hot one. So if you don't want to go outside, there's a new show. Alice and I are halfway through it. It's pretty decent. It's on Apple TV. It's called Widow's Bay. It's like Jaws meets every like Stephen King book put into a TV show. It's like a horror comedy. It's not a masterpiece, but it's just like a fun, good time. So highly suggest watching it. We'll keep you updated. We still have the second half of the season to go, but it's a fun watch. So then Cinema Blend posted an article about more of the behind the scenes stuff about the new house. So then Cinema Blend's article says this: we finally learned about Halloween Horror Nights' bloodiest house this year, and I'm pumped. Universal Orlando Resort is getting ready to celebrate its 35th anniversary in a big way this spooky season by making us feel like we're locked inside some of the best horror movies. The theme park has already announced Sinners, which will be its own house, and we've learned we'll be able to relive the final season of Stranger Things. I can't wait for those scares. But now we have a new word about one of the original houses, and it's the scariest and most unexpected house announcement yet. Also, allegedly, the bloodiest this season. The third house confirmed set to be on Orlando's Halloween Horror Nights 2026 lineup is called Madlands, Caged Cannibals. Guys, cannibals, I'm screaming already. Cineblend had a chance to speak to Laura Sauls, who is the resort's assistant director of entertainment creative development, about the new house. And she told me a lot about how the idea came about and why they think it'll be a home run with people in the park. This idea came out of every year we do a brainstorm week. We have scenic designer, character designers, show directors all come to the table with every idea they can think of. No idea is a bad idea. Last April, we had a meeting and one of our new scenic designers had an idea for this post-apocalyptic zoo that was infested by this tribe of cannibals because animals were extinct. Humans are cannibals, and they took the trope and traits of the animals that once lived in the post-apocalyptic zoo. And we just said, this is a home run. Technically, half of the HHN houses consist of non-IP haunts. After Sauls described Madlands to me, I completely understood why they're particularly hyped about this one. It's a shocker in the best way. Plus, Texas Chainsaw Massacre houses are already incredibly popular whenever they have them. And now Universal the chance to put their own memorable spin on the cannibal subgenre of horror. It's a bloody house. It's one of our bloodiest this year, as you may have kind of assumed since it's cannibals. No one is safe because guests are trying to get in this zoo to be safe from every other cannibal that's out there. But they don't know that these tribes of cannibals are also in the zoo. These tribes take on these traits. They fashion their out of what they've seen on these old zoo signage and things around this old zoo, because this is so far after animals are extinct that they don't really know. So they are just seeing what these animals did and from what is left at the zoo and really taking on those traits. But they are coming at us strongly. They are killing machines, and every person that goes into this house is their prey. When guests enter Madlands, they'll be transported to a fictional dystopian world where a tribe of cannibals take on the traits of zoo animals when hunting their prey. And guys, we are the prey. This is definitely one of the more hardcore houses this year, which means it's going to be one people are going to be talking about. We think this house is going to be one of the most aggressive in the event. I think this one is going to be that intense, that bloody, very in your face, very intense attacking, kind of scare level. These are tribes of cannibals, and they just need to eat. and you're their food. It's a conga line of food that's coming into their kazoo. Saw's also said she's extremely proud of this one from a production point of view, pointing out the scenic aesthetic of it. She encourages fans to go at a slow but steady pace through it, but I just know this one is really going to trigger some serious fears. I'm stressing out about it, and I'm nowhere near the theme park gate yet. Of course, I was curious about the smells in this one. The Universal Studios assistant director teased, there's some interesting ones to get ready for. Hope you brought a clothespin. If you've been craving, pun intended, a really scary haunted house at Universal's Horror Nights, Madlands sounds like we will have the kind of intensity you might be searching for. The announcement comes at a perfect time in the HHN lineup, in my opinion, too. I always want something to get into my fears, and Madlands might be that house this year. I gotta say, I don't think Cinema Blend proofread this article whatsoever, because a lot of it doesn't really make sense. Like, we look how it ends. Conga line of food that's coming into their kazoo. I don't think we're gonna be entering into a giant musical instrument, or they fashion, they're out of what they've seen on these old zoo signage. What does that even mean? Cinema Blend, please, if you're gonna be the one article releasing info about a house, proofread it before you publish it.
It's like a mirage. Is that what I think I see? Is that some new truss over there? Not only did we get truss there, we got truss also over here. Okay, we'll start with this one first. Let's go see how it looks up close. Over here by the bathrooms, this is the new truss that has popped up. So we'll probably see guests walking through and exiting under that truss in just a couple months. Now over here to the left, all this truss has appeared. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is probably for 4th of July. They always do a big 4th of July kind of celebration. This should be for HHN. I do love that we can see some coaster track. And then same old when it comes to the lights over by the Minions. Nothing's been added, nothing's been changed. It all looks the exact same. We just popped into the main gift shop. We did get some new figures. Lights, camera action, Mummy Temple soundstage. Includes 2 minifigures, 1 soundstage with 3 props. So they're $20. It looks like all 3 sets connect. So there's different sets. There's one with the little monster guy, mummy, cowboys, like a stunt show. It is kind of like old school Universal Studios backlot vibes. Then right here, they're gonna have the witch, minion, new little monster guy. Then they have the other set where it's like the cowboy stunt show. I'm really digging all the marketing they've done for Minions and Monsters. Look, the track's been installed this entire way also. It's just crazy how big this coaster is. Let's go see how it looks from City Walk right now. Family coaster update. Looks like we have a new piece of track that got installed. If you look right there, it's be a new piece of track that just popped up. So it's kind of weaving through the track right there. And there's the next piece that'll be installed probably tonight. And it will come in tomorrow and see how it looks. The skyline of City Walk is gonna look so different. There's gonna be so much kinetic energy happening. Okay, so the summer movie series has started now at City Walk. Mummy already aired. Next movie is Land Before Time, and then July 4th, they're showing Jaws.
It is like 1 o'clock right now. Sun is coming out, so we're going back home to the AC. Okay guys, we're back in the office. Hope you enjoyed our Halloween Horror Nights 2026 update. We have 2 more original houses that still need to be announced. So probably Thursday and Friday, because on this rate, kind of looks like they're announcing everything within 1 week again, which I don't really like. I kind of like when they space everything out. I will be back in the park when you guys are watching this to film another HHN update. So hopefully there's some more truss, some more lights, some more cords, and then we'll have a new house to kind of go over and talk about. There's one that I'm like really excited about when they do announce it. So on that note, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. And if you have not already, hit the subscribe button and join the family.
I love the family.
Because I'm gonna keep you up to date on all things Halloween Horror Nights and Universal Studios around the country. I love you all. I'll see y'all very soon. You're amazing, John Murdy.
And then $4.50 for each one of the
Hooterade?